Before the video starts, I need to make a big disclaimer. Number one, this entire video and this entire rant is all my opinion, and my opinion alone. So, you know, just making that clear right now, because I know many of you will have your own opinions, and that's great. In fact, I think I say this in the video, but just kind of to get it out there now. If any of you have anything to say on any of these two subjects I'm going to talk about, then I'd like to hear your opinion on it in the comments. You know, it doesn't have to be fancy or anything. You know, just make a comment. Because, you know, I'd like to know. I would genuinely like to know. Especially because that troll is now gone from the comments section. Or at least, to my knowledge, he is. Maybe he's going to troll on this video. But the point is, I don't know. No one's been commenting on my videos recently. I've been wondering why. Whatever. The point is I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on this. But, so, you know, comment if you want. But the point is, this is my opinion and my opinion only. And I just need to make that very clear. Because I know people are going to probably flip out if I don't say that. You know, so don't get mad. It's just my opinion. Don't take it super seriously. I just kind of wanted to vent about this. That's basically what this video is. And yeah, so yeah, I just want to make that very clear. My opinion only. Don't take it too seriously. But, you know, I wanted to say this, and I do agree to everything I say in that video. And I agree to everything I say in this video. What I'm saying is, if it's not your opinion, and it's not exactly how you think about it, don't worry. Don't take it seriously. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. Enjoy the video. Hello, this is Nintendo Addict 8 with basically a rant. I want to do a rant about two things in particular. One, censorship. Two, the whole Xbox One games coming to PC. Because I really want to talk about that, because it's really getting annoying at this point. Mainly because, I mean, what should I start off with? I wonder what I should start with. There's so much stuff that I want to talk about. Well, I know what we're going to start off with. We're going to start off with censorship. And what's my problem with censorship? I was kind of nagging about this earlier to myself when I should have been recording, but I'm going to basically tell you this. Why does a game like Yokai Watch get censored? And then there's games like Senkura Kaga Burst and stuff like that that's on the same system. It's not like it's on the PlayStation. Well, it is on the PlayStation 4, but it's on the 3DS as well. And they have no censorship, so you can't argue, oh, Nintendo requested the game to be censored. No, it's not censored. And it has way more controversial stuff than Yokai Watch ever had. If you count the strangest versions on the Japanese version, including the beach episode and the Robonyan episodes, it doesn't come close to Senkura Kaga Burst, or games like that. They are from Japan, obviously. With a game like Senkura Kaga that I can barely pronounce, obviously it's from Japan. Etika's played the game too, but you know what game I'm talking about. There's a lot of, let's just say, controversial content. And that game made it across to the US on the same system, completely intact with zero censorship. Thank you, Xseed Games. I love them because they don't back down for nothing. They're the ones that translate Corpse Party for the US, and in every single version of the game, including Blood Drive to my knowledge, which I still haven't gotten yet because, you know, just got the PlayStation TV and I kind of need NX and PS4 money. You know, it's like, those games make it over to the US just fine, and those have way more stuff in them that would be censorable. And what does Yokai Watch have? It has Nyan KB, Jibanyan's obsession with Nyan KB. I'm probably saying Nyan and not Nya, but you know what I'm talking about. And then there's the beach episode and the two Robonyan episodes, and that's about it. But no, those get either flat out removed or they get hardcore censored when it's not even that controversial. Okay. No, actually, no. I'm gonna backtrack from that. The Robonyan episode, okay, that one I knew was never going to survive its way to the US in any shape, way, or form, because it's just too controversial for it to be remained uncensored. But what I don't understand is that there's other games that are like way worse that are on the same system. And when I say worse, I don't mean the games are bad. I just mean like in terms of the content they have, they're technically quote unquote worse. I haven't played Censorship, but I know for a fact that I like Corpse Party, and that game didn't get censored at all. So, just making that clear. If you like Censorship or whatever, I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm just saying like the content in the game is bad. If that makes any sense. Hopefully, I'm not offending anyone. But anyways, yeah, it's like games that are translated by Xseed, like Corpse Party and Censorship and all the other anime-based games that they have. Those don't get censored, and Yokai Watch is technically anime-based. Not as much as the others, but they're technically anime-based. And those didn't get censored. And those games didn't get censored. But no, Yokai Watch gets censored for no reason. And you want me to tell you why? The reason why it was censored, it comes down to one person in particular. Nintendo Treehouse, which probably means Bill Trinen has hands on this game at some point, although I have no idea if he had anything to do with it. He's the head of Nintendo Treehouse, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think he's the head of Nintendo Treehouse. So why the heck would he censor the game if he was theoretically I know that it's not, because I'm sure if the localization team had completely free reign, they would not have removed anything, and they would have just done a straight up translation. But because Nintendo of America's higher-ups don't like controversial content in their games, no, we can't have that because that would be too controversial. And we can't have that on our Nintendo system, even though Censorship and other games that have way worse content are on the system. We can't have our own games have that kind of stuff. No, because that wouldn't work for no reason. Seriously, I don't get it. I literally do not understand why some of that stuff got removed. Now, I'm willing to bet... Now, I'm talking about the game here, by the way. I'm not talking about the anime, I'm talking about the game. I guess I'm talking about both. But I'm willing to bet the biggest reason why stuff got removed and cut from even the game was because of the fact that there was an anime, and they already signed a deal with Disney XD, and Disney XD is, well, Disney XD. And I hate that it's on Disney XD, because it feels so awkward to watch knowing you're watching on Disney XD. When it shouldn't be on Disney XD... It shouldn't be on any of those stupid stations. It should be on Netflix or YouTube. They upload them to YouTube anyway. Why can't you just air them directly on YouTube as a live stream or something? That'd be a way to modernize it, and then people could watch it from any region and no problem. But no, we can't do that because we gotta do it on Disney XD because we'll get more viewers. Well, hate to burst your bubble, but if you haven't noticed the view count for Yokai Watch hasn't been that high. It's not doing terribly, enough to get itself reruns and stuff, but it's not doing as well as I'm sure Level 5 was hoping it would. Same goes to the game. The game has only sold about, last time I heard, about 300,000 copies. That's not even 500,000. And remember how much Yokai Watch just sold 10 million units in Japan? Yeah, that's not quite translating over to the US. And I don't know why. I really think the main reason why is because of the stupid stigma and the fact that the US version got so hardcore nerfed and censored that whenever people try and get into it, they're using the English version, which is a mistake, by the way. And then they say, "Oh, this is stupid. This is the worst thing ever." And I'm thinking to myself, that's because it's the English version, the one that got downgraded and nerfed to fit on Disney XD's content guidelines and stuff like that. Although I'm not saying that they kept in all the controversial content, it would have been perfect. The biggest problem with it is the dialogue, but I don't think the dialogue would have been really much better if it was on YouTube or whatever. I really don't think it would have. But still, no reason whatsoever under logical circumstances that anything should have been removed when other games have done it. And this isn't just Yokai Watch. No, as we all know recently, Fire Emblem, there was a big controversy with the Fire Emblem game, for a Fire Emblem game that included, what they call it, petting or whatever, something like that. And then people complaining when they got removed, and you know what, rightly so, because that should have been kept in the original game. Here's my logic, and this goes for everything, movies, anime, TV, whatever, games, whatever. Never alter the original creator's vision. If you change anything, that's not the original version. And guess what? For Yokai Watch and Fire Emblem, they did that. And no, they didn't just remove the petting game, they changed dialogue too. Ooh, that's a big problem. Well, it legitimately is, but here's the good thing. There's a fan translation of Fire Emblem Fates out there, back then it was called Fire Emblem If, and get this. It does not have any censorship because it's a fan translation. I love fan translations because they don't get bogged down by standards and timelines. They just can put whatever they want in there and put all the stuff that was in the original version uncensored. But no, we can't do that with Yokai Watch or Fire Emblem because it'd be too controversial. Remember that whole Xenoblade fiasco when they removed the outfits for that one person that was like 13 years old or whatever? Which I understand why they did it, but they still shouldn't have removed it. Just put an M rating on the thing if it's that big of a deal. Not like it's going to affect sales that much, because a game like that is, well, I'm not saying Xenoblade is a bad game. I'm going to get Xenoblade X, but it's a niche game. There's not a huge market for it, and most of the people that are going to buy are the people that are waiting for it. So they're obviously going to get the game regardless of what the stupid rating is. I don't understand why Nintendo censors their stuff. There's no reason to. They don't have a lot of love right now anyways. A lot of people on the internet hate them because of their YouTube practices and the Wii U, 10 million units, and people don't like Nintendo right now, and this stuff is not helping. I'm just being real with you. I like Nintendo. Nintendo is like my favorite company. There's a reason why I'm called Nintendo Addict 8, but my point is, there's no reason for this kind of stuff to be removed. It's not helping Nintendo's image in any way. It's just making them seem worse than they already are. Nintendo can do many things right and so many things wrong. YouTube is one of them. Censoring games is another. And taking forever to localize them is another one as well. When other companies have every single language release available on the same day. But no, for some reason with Nintendo games they take way longer. Okay, there's a lot of story-driven games like Witcher 3. They launch on the same day they do in Japan and every other country at the same time. They launch in way more countries than Nintendo games do. Why does Nintendo games take longer? I don't get it. I legitimately do not understand why they take that long. They shouldn't. They legitimately should not take that long. Oh my god, yeah. We're just getting started. Oh man. But it's like, Fire Emblem is even a bigger deal than Yokai Watch because it does have more controversial content because it's rated T in the US. What I don't understand is, why didn't they include the petting minigame? Whether it's a good game, whether it's important or not, doesn't matter. That should have been included because it's a part of the original Japanese version, and last time I checked, if you're going to localize a game, and you're going to take forever to localize it, at least have it be the same as the Japanese version. Okay, for example, we all know there's that whole Mother 3 rumor, Mother 3 is going to get localized. Let me tell you right now, if they don't use the fan translation, which I think they will, because I'll explain in a minute, they are going to make sure they do not change anything at all about that game. Because if they do, people are going to complain and want to assassinate Reggie and Sakurai and Iwata's corpse. Okay, that sounded really dark. Okay, oh my god, why did I say that? But okay, that sounded really, really weird. Okay, I'm taking that back right now because that sounded really, really weird. But in all seriousness, you know, people would kill Nintendo if they changed anything about Mother 3. The first thing first is they're not going to change the name. I know that much. Mother 3 is ubiquitous at this point. People know what Mother 3 is. They're not going to change it to Earthbound 2 or Earthbound Endings or something like that, which I don't think is a good idea. There's no reason they should change the name when it's ubiquitous at this point. It's called Mother 3, so keep it Mother 3. People know what it is. You don't have to worry about new people. People know what Mother 3 is, so don't change the name, Nintendo. Okay, but go back to Yokai Watch. There's some other things I noticed that they removed too. Aside from Robonyan and Yan KB and stuff like that, try not to say the English names. I'm trying my hardest to not say the English names. I just don't. Why did they even change their name? Whatever. I've complained about the dub long enough. Going back to censorship. I guess that still is the dub. That's the whole point of it. Whatever. Back. Okay, there you go. Now the internet signal is doing better. Just looking at something on here. Point is, Yokai Watch does not have that much stuff to be censored. I'm also going to go on record saying they should not have changed the signs. You know all those Japanese signs that are in the background that they changed? They should not have changed those. They should not have changed the town to Springfield instead of Sakura Newtown. And they should have not, in any way, have changed basic names. Now, I'm not saying the complicated names. I mean, like, basic names, like Jimenken, who is now called Manjima in the English version. Why did they change that? I don't get it. Jimenken is literally the name of the actual yokai. Like, not even counting Yokai Watch. It's like in the lore of, like, the Japanese folklore, Japanese folklore, they're literally called Jimenken. Why do you change the name, Nintendo? It's the same name. I don't want them to make the argument, oh, well, people can't pronounce it. Jimenken. There, I can pronounce it, so it's possible, Nintendo. Why did you change the name? Now, I know it's not Nintendo's fault. I'm not going to blame the names on Nintendo, because I know that was Level 5's decision. Because, I mean, they own the IP. They made all the calls on what the names were, and I'm fine with that. It's better than Nintendo changing the names. And at least they didn't change Jibanyan to Cat something. They kept his name Jibanyan. They kept Komasan. They kept Komajiro. Well, kind of. Instead of Komajiro, it's Komajiro, which I don't really like at all. Komajiro. Oh my god. I need. Oh man. Well, let's keep going. Some stuff that I know. Okay, let me think of some other stuff that they changed that it just really bothers me. I know people are gonna. Okay, I'm gonna cover this first. You know how even people like Game Explain and Artsy Omni are like, people are confusing censorship with translation and localization. I'm like, when people want something badly, they want the original game, just a straight up translation, nothing altered, that's it. But as we all know, Nintendo doesn't like doing that, because if they did that, then, oh no, we would actually have to put a T or M rating on our game. That would detract sales. Come on, Nintendo. You know that it doesn't matter at this point. You literally know it doesn't matter at this point. Because you've lost so much of your your fan base. I'll always stay with Nintendo. I'll always play Nintendo. Nintendo is like my favorite gaming company. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like a fanboy. There's so many things wrong with them. And this is one of them. This is probably the biggest complaint. Not voice chat, not underpowered hardware, not games. No, it's censorship. Censorship is the biggest problem with them. And I don't understand why they change anything in the first place. They're literally just being unfair to this consumer who just wants a game. Now here's something I thought of. Even Level 5 themselves have done this. Why don't you just include a English and Japanese toggle switch? Case in point, in Ni no Kuni for the PlayStation 3, there was a toggle switch in the international version to switch the English dub, the Japanese dub, the English subtitles, and the Japanese subtitles interchangeably whenever you wanted. Yeah! How about we bring that back for Yokai Watch and Fire Emblem and all those other games? Well, mainly Yokai Watch because it's a level 5 game. So here's what you do. Either have an unlockable mode or have a toggle option to switch between the Japanese text, the English text, the Japanese dub, and the English dub. And when I say subtitles, I don't just mean copy and paste the English text. No. You're putting the original stuff in there. But what I mean by that? Let me explain. So, if they made a Yokai Watch game on the PS4, and they use the subtitle thing like in Ni no Kuni, and probably Ni no Kuni 2, when they have the Japanese dub in the background, English subtitles, they can't just put Nate, Katie, and what. No. If you're putting the Japanese thing, you gotta have Japanese subtitles. Well, okay, I'm really mixing everyone up right now, I think. Okay, let me explain a bit more. So, if you are playing Yokai Watch, the English version, but you have the Japanese dub turned on, and you have English subtitles turned on, that means Japanese names, nothing uncensored. Because if you don't, that defeats the purpose of including the including the Japanese dub and Japanese voices. So that means don't call him Nate or Katie, call him Keta and Fumi, stuff like that. Call him Jim and Ken and not Manjima. Call it Komajiro and not Komaju. I mean, the other way around. You know what I'm talking about. Keep the Japanese names and pronunciations. Don't just copy the English subtitles. Oh my god. I mean, I think this should be common sense, I would think, but, you know, why would anything be common sense at this point? Because nothing ever goes my way, it practically never does, but, yeah. Just, really? I mean, but yeah, it's like, I'm really hoping for Yokai Watch 2, Nintendo Treehouse gets their act together and then they'll actually translate the game well. I'm hoping as bad as possible that Nintendo Treehouse does not localize Yokai Watch 2. They shouldn't. They shouldn't, but at this point, I don't trust anything because nothing ever goes my way. The dub didn't go my way. The dub didn't go my way. The game didn't go my way. Basically, they went all the way up and then fell down at the last possible second because we can't keep everything uncensored. Stupid Disney XD. Disney XD ruins everything. I know it's not just Disney XD, but, you know, no reason whatsoever that stuff should have been removed. Just slap a higher rating on the thing and sell it. And if people really complain, which I know they don't, then here's what you do. Just have a option to have a censored version, include both. And then just have like a family-friendly toggle option, then have a original Japanese toggle option, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying I'm the Japanese game, but okay, this is getting really confusing to talk about. It really is, and I just noticed I've been talking for 20 minutes, but I'm going to keep talking because I got a lot of complaints, so I'm going to keep talking about it, whether anyone likes it or not, because this matters to me a lot. But yeah, I think I've talked about Yokai Watch plenty now. Same with Fire Emblem Fates and any Nintendo game. Don't censor them because you care about having a lower age rating, when, let's be realistic here, kids don't play that much Nintendo at this point. Now, I know there's some people that have said to me that they do, and I'm not saying kids don't. I mean, obviously, kids play everything nowadays. But what I'm saying is, kids are not the target market, and Nintendo is slowly adjusting to it. Like, very slowly, but they're making progress. With games like Xenoblade, for example, that, well, aside from censorship, have a lot more mature feeling, and they're probably going to bring back Metroid for the NX and stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to be as bad as I think it's going to turn out, but it's that thought. It's that thought that they're going to screw up more stuff that they don't really need to. Just saying, Nintendo of America, if anyone that is at Nintendo Treehouse that's watching this, please hear what I'm saying. Don't censor your games. No matter how small you think they are, it's a big deal for a lot of people, including me. It doesn't matter if you change one small variable in some passage that no one's ever going to find. If they find out that you change anything, there's going to be a riot. And you saw what happened with Xenoblade and Fire Emblem Fates. Don't censor your game to get lower age ratings if it really mattered that much. And I'm sure that even the controversial content isn't even that big of a deal. And it really isn't, but because the U.S. cares so much about protecting the children that aren't really into their games anyway, but I'll continue. It's like seriously, okay. Most kids, every single one I've seen to this day, has played Xbox, PlayStation, Call of Duty, GTA, Minecraft. Zero Nintendo at all. You see the case here? You see what I'm saying when I say kids don't play Nintendo? There's that stereotype that's basically dead at this point, that Nintendo is for kids. Well, if most of the people have a Wii U aren't kids, then that proves something. And plus the fact that all the games that kids are playing are like the 18-plus games, I call it. Well, not 18-plus. I mean like 17 games, like, Battlefield and Call of Duty and GTA 5 and Minecraft, which isn't really an advanced game, but whatever. My point is like, Nintendo needs to understand that the market that does exist for them just wants the games straight up translated. Don't dumb it down, because parents will complain when parents don't play the game. That's something else I never understood. Why do parents complain when there's stuff in the game they don't like? They're not the ones playing the game, and if they really cared that much, just don't buy the game for them. Don't complain that they should make a censored version so they can give it to their kid. I don't get that logic. I'm sure people are correcting me as I speak in the comments, and that's fine. Honestly, I really do want to know what you guys think about my opinion on this, because I legitimately want to know if any of you guys are on my side or if you're on the side of Nintendo. I'm just curious. So, what do you think about this whole censorship thing? That was Nintendo Treehouse censoring stuff. Leave them in the comments. I actually legitimately do want to know. Just out of curiosity, because I haven't really seen anyone say anything on the subject, at least to this extent, at least on any of my videos, so I kind of wanted to ask the question. And I think I just spoke for like half an hour, but no, we're not done yet. That was just the first part. That's right, that entire rant right there was just part 1. We're not done yet. There's one more thing I want to talk about. The Xbox One PC, well, like huge thing that's happening on Twitter and social media and YouTube. Most of this comes from a certain person called Crap Gamer, which is literally his name. I'm not paraphrasing that. That's literally his name. I'm sure if you know anything about the internet, you've heard of this guy, because he's very controversial and very hated on. But he basically, and all of his like friends and stuff, were complaining to Phil Spencer that, oh my god, Quantum Break is on the PC. Oh my god, Xbox is dead. Xbox has no exclusives. All of them are going to PC. The Windows box confirmed for E3 2016. It's like, come on. Really? So what if they're on PC? That's a good thing. That means more people get to play them. They'll look better. They'll run better. What's the problem with that? Oh, I know why. Because they want the Xbox. Now I'm not saying. Okay, I'm not a hater on the Xbox. The footage you're seeing in the background right now is Rise of the Tomb Raider footage, which is an Xbox One semi-exclusive. It's on the PC right now. It's coming to PS4 sometime later. But But you know, I'm playing it on the Xbox One. I have an Xbox One. I've had Black Ops 3 gameplay in the background before. I'm probably going to put up some more right now because I think I'm running out of Rise of the Tomb Raider footage. But still, I'm not in any way hating on the Xbox at all. I have an Xbox One. I have a gold membership. I have a ton of games for it on both the One and the 360. So I'm not hating on Microsoft. I'm hating what I want to understand is, why the heck do people like Crap Gamer and stuff care so much that it's on PC? And here's the reason why. From what I've gathered, the reason why is not because they are not mad about coming to PC. It's because they announced it so late in the game, like right before it's about to come out. They already have a Quantum Break white 500 gig bundle, which looks pretty awesome, and I kind of wish I had that one instead of the 1 terabyte one. Just my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I understand the reasoning from a marketing perspective. Here's why, from a marketing perspective, them being on the PC is a good thing. The good thing about it is this: Microsoft gets way more sales because it's on the PC, and so Xbox One plus PC plus some of the cross compatibility like Fable Legends is going to be helping them a lot to, well, make it all the way there. Okay, I think I just messed up my words because I forgot what I was saying. Point is, you can get a lot more sales than you can on the Xbox One if you put it on PC, and it'll run better and be a definitive version. You can run it at 4K, 60 FPS if you have like 4 Titan X's and SLI and stuff. But even then, it'll still look better than it will on the Xbox One. It'll run better. I'm willing to bet Quantum Break will run at 1080p 30. Because a lot of the exclusives recently have been running at 1080p, like the Rise of the Tomb Raider and stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll run at 1080p, plus it's going to use DirectX 12, I think. So yeah, 1080p 30. Most machines out there that can run really good games can do 1080p 60 easy. So clearly people are going to want to play it on the PC if they can. Although, I'm not saying that that's going to kill it on console, because obviously people don't want to buy PCs, and they just bought their Xbox, and they want to play on the Xbox. I might get Quantum Break. It looks like a really interesting game, and I'm going to get it on the Xbox One regardless, since I'm not going to have my game in. Sorry about that, I accidentally dropped something. And the fact that I haven't really, my PC is not anywhere close to being finished, so I'll probably just get on the Xbox One with 1080p 30, and it'll be fine. But here's the thing people are now complaining about. Now people like Crap Gamer are like, oh my god, Gears of War 4 and Scalebound is next, and then Halo 5 and the Master Chief Collection are going to get ported to the PC. Oh my god, Xbox is dead. It's like, Multimedia J has said this in the past too, and I 100% agree with him. Consoles sell for two reasons: price and simplicity. The Xbox One is $300. A decent PC that can run the game at 1080 60 maxed out might cost more than $600. It just depends on the processor and the graphics card. But you see the problem here? People don't want to deal with that. I know plenty of people that don't like PC gaming because it's too complicated and it supposedly costs too much. Even though I'm going to build a PC that's like less than $500 and it can run games at 1080 60. I mean, I got like a Core i3, a GTX 960, or maybe even a 970, 8 to 16 gigs of RAM and SSD, maybe even an i5 later. That'll be more than enough to run games at 1080 60, mostly maxed out. Or at least with anti-aliasing turned off, which it's 1080p. 1080p doesn't really need anti-aliasing anyway. But you see my point here? People don't want to deal with buying all that stuff and configuring it, so they just want to buy their Xbox or the PlayStation or their Nintendo system, and then just play the game. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. That's why I like consoles. But here's the problem. When there's games like Call of Duty or whatever that run like 900p, that's not the problem. It's when it goes below 900p. But I'll discuss the whole dynamic resolution thing in a different video. This video is long enough as it is. Let's keep it to the Xbox PC thing. And get this, Phil Spencer has been like, so you're saying that you don't want us to put it on a different platform where more people get to enjoy it, so you don't want other people to enjoy it? Exactly, that's what I don't understand. It's because it's like, people complain, oh my god, this exclusive's going away, no! And I'm like, so you're saying you don't want other people to be able to play it? You don't want anyone else to be able to play it? You just want it to be an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo exclusive so you can get them to buy your console? Always remember, video games are a business. Consoles are a business. Steam is a business. Everything is a business. If they can get more sales by putting it multi-platform, they're going to. The only times where they aren't multi-platform, for the most part, are when they're first-party exclusives. Like Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo's not putting their games on PC or PS4 or Xbox One anytime soon. Despite the fact that people are calling Nintendo dead, and they've been dead for supposedly a while, which I don't think they are. I mean, I thought the Wii U was a pretty decent console. Is it the perfect console? Insert Hail to the No-No song right now, but you get what I mean. It's definitely not the perfect console, and it actually has less games that I like than the original Wii, but it has its good library. And by the way, final answer, I think I said this before, but I'm going to say it right now in case no one watched that video. Don't buy a Wii U, wait for the NX. Final answer. Nope, no ifs, ands, or buts. Wait for the NX. It's February. We're nearing E3. It's getting closer. Just wait till E3. See what happens. If it comes out 2017, get the Wii U. If it doesn't, then get the NX. Pre-order the NX like immediately if you can. Well, okay. Point is, wait for the NX. If you don't have a Wii U, wait for the NX. Final answer. Moving back on the Xbox. So let's say Halo 5 came to PC. A lot of people didn't like Halo 5. Most of them, the main reason people didn't like Halo 5, I mean, Halo 5 is a really good game, but the main reason it didn't get a lot of great scores is because of the whole lack of split screen. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Split screen should have been included. Call of Duty has split screen. Battlefront has split screen, and that runs at 1080p, 30 FPS, but still 1080p. Call of Duty has split screen. Battlefront has split screen. A lot of games have split screen. Not as many as they did in the past, but there's still a good chunk of split screen games. And now, for some reason, Halo 5, a franchise that was built off of split screen, and that's one reason it got so big, they just remove it. And the reason why? Behind all the PR talk, it's basically not enough power. And I'm thinking to myself, just cut the frame rate in half, turn down the resolution like 720p, and you're fine. But no, they can't do that for some reason, and I don't understand why. I mean, that's what they do for other games, like Hyrule Warriors. The frame rate takes a dip, and the resolution takes a dip, but it's still fairly playable. Other games do that. The only exception is Battlefront, which Battlefront cuts the frame rate in half, but it runs at 1080p, so it all evens out. It's really rare on the Xbox One version, because the Xbox One version of Battlefront runs at 720p 60, but in split screen runs at 1080 30, which is really, really weird, and it proves to me that the Xbox One can handle 1080p, even if it's 30 FPS. It can handle 1080p. It can handle 900p, definitely, and it can definitely handle 1080p. Just people gotta wait for that DirectX 12 support. Whatever. The point is this. people need to stop complaining about the whole Xbox games coming to PC, because there's always going to be a market for the Xbox. As long as they're on the Xbox, they're still going to sell enough for it to be worthwhile. I'm going to buy Halo 5 and the Master Chief Collection, and I'm probably going to get Quantum Break. I'm probably going to get Sea of Thieves. I'm still going to probably get, I might even get Gears Ultimate Edition or Gears 4. There's plenty of exclusive games, whether they're timed exclusive or Xbox Windows 10 exclusive. There's plenty of Microsoft games on that platform I want. Not as much as Nintendo, granted, but there's still plenty of them. Most of them are Halo and Rare. Gears of War and stuff like that isn't really that important to me. But you get my point, though. There's always going to be a market. I don't understand the complaints, but I think I'm done talking. Note that this entire video is just my opinion, and I know for a fact a lot of people are not going to agree with me, and that's fine. That's why I want you to put your opinions in the comments section. What do you think about the whole censorship issue? What do you think about this whole Xbox One PC issue? I legitimately do want to know, so if you got something to say, then I'd like to hear it, so put it in the comments section. And, yeah, I'd definitely be interested in hearing what you think about these two issues in particular. But, yeah, I think I'm done for now. I gotta make a roundup video of the stuff that happened this week anyway, so I'll probably not work on that right after this. Anyways, this is Nintendo Addict 8. Signing out. Hope you enjoyed watching / listening, whatever gameplay I have in the background, and I will see you later. Oh yeah, I just forgot one last thing. Just to make it clear, I'm not hating on Crap Gamer or anyone like that. I watch his videos, I'm subscribed to him, I follow him on Twitter, I like his videos and I like his content, but it doesn't mean I still can't call out someone because they're complaining a little too much. And also, just to reiterate, he's not really hating on the fact that it's coming to PC. He's hating on the fact that people bought Xbox Ones for games and they already had high-end PCs, and now their Xbox Ones are basically useless because they just wasted $400 for a system when they had a high-end PC and now it's coming to PC. So, just making it clear, I don't hate him. I watch his videos, I like his videos, but you know, that doesn't still mean I can't call out people when they overreact a little bit to something, and they think that they're betrayed by Phil Spencer and stuff. Okay, anyways, okay, I'm done now. I'm gonna go record that other video. This is Nintendo Act 8, really signing out.